Hi everybody, Crafty Chef Diamond here. How are you today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Welcome to the May celebration food edition. Yeah, I like that. Food edition. I want to thank each and everybody who has subscribed to my channel and plus my returning subscribers. Without you guys, you made my day. Really, you guys are wonderful. Just wonderful. Um, Just a couple of chef notes before we get into it. I want to thank everybody for visiting my kitchen with me the other day. We're going to be going back to my kitchen because I want to make a sandwich and I have some prep to do. I've been trying to figure out, I know I had probably like a year to figure out how I was going to do an outline of my celebration food edition. And like I said, I do everything on the fly. I really do. I was going to have everything all prepared. Every time I get myself ahead of schedule, everything falls apart. So we're going to be doing a sandwich and some fruit compo and maybe some crepes. I do want to do the pot de choux, but also we have whipping chats that need to get done as well. And food safety, the foundations of food safety. I know I started this months and months and months ago, and then I kind of just dropped it off because canvases were coming in, things were coming in, things were changing. So I really want to stay within my food genre if I can. And so I thought I would work a little bit on I'm working on my dessert canvas today. I already set my goal for my Cafe Paris, Hannah Lynn. She's hanging on my door. She's looking beautiful. And I started on my Dessert Me Not for Wendy's paint along. And so I have a little bit accomplished and I want to work on that. So let's do some chef notes first before we get started. I did make, if anybody's familiar with the Facebook group, we do have a Facebook group, Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0. I will make a larger announcement of everybody that has joined in to the May celebration because we have YouTube creators and we have non-YouTube creators. We have Facebook friends. Okay, so I'll just do a big list, and if I make a mistake, you guys will let me know in the show notes down below, because some people decide they want to wait a week or so before they join an event. They want to see how many are in on it. I might throw a little something here and there around the corner. I haven't made up my mind. Like I said, I do everything on the fly. But so for this month, it is my celebration month with a food edition. Crafty Chef Diamond. Tell all your friends. Tell them to come visit me, and I'll do the best I can to visit you. I think it was really cool that some of the comments that came back to me from my kitchen said, some were saying, "Oh, it's so clean." No, the dirt's hiding behind the corners. I'm a one-man show, and so I try to clean as I go, but deep cleaning, nah, I wait till the end of the school year for that. Like I told you, my oven, I clean it once a year. I don't have a lot of spills, but then like I said earlier, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? It's seasoned. It's like my Pampered Chef pizza plate that I have. It's seasoned. It's pure black. It's as black as my eraser. It's well seasoned. I don't put any soap on it. I just rinse it with water and I put it back in my oven for storage. Okay, so much about me. But thank you for visiting with me, and you guys will be visiting with me a few more times at school. I was really nervous, and I wish I had somebody who could stop and start the camera for me. So it's kind of hard to do when you have like 15 little video clips to merge them all together. That was complicated, but it turned out pretty good, I think. It did. Okay, so next month is Plant and Garden Theme by Amy Sparkling Diamond Painting. This is Amy's first event. She has been a YouTube creator for quite a while. She has over 4,000 subscribers. And Amy, you're going to have fun. We're here to help support you. I did send you a friend request on Facebook because there's a couple of questions I need to ask you prior to your event starting. So yeah, that or I'll send you an email, either or, each way. And then we go back to me for July is Disney. And Disney can mean many, many things. Disney could mean Epcot. I'm going to still be working on my Hannah Lynn because Paris is in Epcot. There's 11 countries in Epcot. And because I know I'm not going to get this finished. 2025 has been a hard month for Crafty Chef Diamond. And so I am using Hannah Lynn to work with this month's paint along, Amy's paint along. I don't know if Amy's requiring a new start. I don't know what her details are. So you need to go to her channel and find out what her details are for her paint along. I'm not putting myself, if she's handing out any prizes, I'm not putting myself out for the prizes. I'm just participating in her paint along. So I will have a canvas will already have diamonds on it. And then I'm using this for Disney just because I need to have a completion done this year, guys. And I'm hoping this Hannah Lynn is going to be the one. When everybody gets together at the beginning of the year for 2026, everybody's showing their completions. I'm going to have nothing but a big whip parade because I just can't keep up with it. You guys all know, I've had a lot of medical issues going on. So Tuesday, I have a CT scan that's going to be done. May 19th, I have an MRI that's going to be done. And May 23rd, another MRI. By the end of May or the beginning of June, or maybe by the time I get home from vacation, I'm going up in the mountains for vacation. Family from Colorado will be traveling and meeting us in Harrisburg, Virginia for vacation. And then maybe I'll get some answers. Yeah, I cannot wait to get some answers. The feetsies are doing okay. Next week I have a physical therapy, and then I do have a referral for my right foot, and that's at Walter Reed. So yeah, it's almost a year. All of this stuff started in July and August, and now we're almost half a year into this. Trying to figure out what's going on. All right. And then August is Harvest and Home by the Crafty Witch UK, Arietta. September is Remembrance and Memorial, True Vampire Crafts by Mints. October, Breast Cancer Awareness, Diamond Pita. November, Hello Kitty, Diamond Painting with Jack. And her co-host is The Lounge with Annette, and I'm so sorry I did it again. Pampered with Diamond for July is my co-host Nancy. I need to highlight it in yellow. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to going solo on my paint-alongs, Nancy, and you're in there with me this year, and so I do apologize. Please accept my apologies. Luna and Lycans, Diamonds and Stuff, Wendy. All right, another announcement also. Wendy's Paint Along for Dessert Me Not and the food celebration. We're sharing the Diamond Paint with Friends 2.0 with her event and my event. So you guys can post all of your Dessert Me Not photos over there if you like. I am asking everybody who is in on the hashtag celebrate food. Hashtag celebrate food for Diamond Painting with Friends this month. Check-in dates are May 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. The first week I asked everybody to post their pictures. So May 8th will be your first progress report, and I will make a posting in the Facebook group. And if you don't have any of those and you're just watching on YouTube, send it to me via email. Or a text message. If you need any of my personal information, in every video that I make, I have my email address down below. Or, yeah, there you go. Okay, So it's May 8th is your first progress report, May 15th, 22nd, and the 29th. May 8th is so special because that was my dad's birthday. And also, Margie got a hold of me. She told me that her niece had to go back into emergency surgery. She told me to keep lighting a candle for her. And girlfriend, you've got it. Yep. All 3 of these candles being lit today. Well, they're for your niece. Okay. All right. There you go, Margie. So in the comments down below, our show notes, Margie, if you could leave her name, and I will take her name to the church and we will add her to the prayer list. I have many, many folks on my prayer list. So if you need to have your name added to my prayer list, please let me know. All right, so let's get it started. All right, this is what I'm doing for Desert Me Not. I said this wrong in my video. I said that she looked like Betty Davis. No, she looks like Betty White. Yeah, or she could be Doris Day. Yeah. So I did start this yesterday. Let's see. I am using my cover minder that True Vampire Crafts gifted to me. I think it came with my, either my trays that I ordered from her, or it came with a trophy when she sent it my way. All right, so this is how much I got done yesterday. Not a whole lot. I'm going to turn it sideways because I'm going to work sideways. These are the colors that I'm going to be using today. They're sitting in my shrimp boat. Whoops, there we go, light pad. Ooh, light pad. Get yourself, what time is it? It's 4 o'clock. What do they do at 4 o'clock if you're French? They have a snack. So I have my Coke. They have tea time. Tea time in the UK. All over. Oh, yeah. All right. Don't get yourself in trouble, Laura. All right. I'm going to have some soda. I'm listening to some copyright-free French music, but I think it's skipping. It was skipping. All right. So we're going to get into food safety, but we're going to leave some diamonds down here. I told you I've been following the Karen Reed trial, so I've been trying to watch a few videos early in the morning, and then after the trial gets out, I try to watch a couple of more videos. So after I'm done with this whip and chat, I'm going to, I think I'm going to film. I told you guys I need to prep for the sandwich for tomorrow, so I'm going to make seasoned mayonnaise. I know that sounds, it's... and I do have a recipe for it. It is really, really good. I wish you guys were here to be able to taste my food as I'm making it. But you can, I don't know, when I have somebody taste the sandwich out at school, you guys will get the idea. But I use seasoned mayonnaise. I just don't like plain mayonnaise, okay? That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. Let me see. Let me get myself situated here. What color do I want to use? I see a lot of U's. So let's use some U's. I don't remember where I bought this canvas at. I've had this canvas for a long, long time. And somebody on the Facebook group, this music's too loud for me. Somebody on the Facebook group posted this great pastry. I think it's for Wendy's paint along. This great cupcake Diamond Art Club fabulous canvas. And I saw it at church. I was kind of eavesdropping while I was in church. And it brought back memories because I have a mystery canvas and I have seen it finished by somebody else. It was like when the mystery canvases very first came out for Diamond Art Club. And so I bought a couple of them, and one that I purchased was a storefront of a bakery, and you see all the food and the pastries, and as you're looking out the window to the street, And it just brought back memories because I'm like, oh my gosh, I had that. If I had more time, I could have used that canvas. So now the Hannah Lynn canvas, Paris Cafe, there's two other, Donna from Diamond Art Joy. She is working on Paris canvas. She gifted it for Christmas to me. And Vivian from Diamonds Around You, she has the same canvas. And she told me today, let me advertise for Vivian so you can go visit her tonight, that she is going to do her unboxing of Cafe Paris. I did a horrible unboxing of it. So if you go visit Diamonds Around You, I will have her link down below in the show notes, and you can go visit her. I will have Wendy and Amy. I put Wendy's YouTube channel in the Facebook group. So if you're unfamiliar with that, you can go visit Wendy. And I believe she is in, if you guys go to the featured section in the Facebook group, Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0, I'm so happy. Friday, we turned over 200 members, and now we're like at almost a 210. I'm so excited. But if you go to the features section, you'll find there's a listing of everybody's YouTube channel. If you're a YouTube creator, go visit them. They need subscribers. They're trying to grow their channels. Go visit. And if you're not on there and you are a creator, you can add your channel to the list. Okay. So yeah, simple as pie. All right. Just want to put a few more diamonds here because I want to get this section done today because I need to. I saw Rose today, and I told her I would try to get Bro done just as soon as I can. And a lot of you know who Bro is. I told you that he went over the doggy rainbow, but Scarlet from Scarlet's Little Crafty Corner, you know, she's just like, we're all family. We're pretty much like family. What did I do with my wax? Oh, wax on, wax off. We're all kind of like family because she made, in her comment, she was like, oh my gosh, Bro is like family. You know, we've been following, you guys have been following me for a year working on this, this dog. So I'm like, dang, yes. I need to get it done. And I said I was going to work on it a little every day, and I haven't. Lately, it's been really hard for me. I don't know if I've told you guys. There's times where I'm wearing a boot on my foot, and then I've been having a lot of flank pain. And when I mean flank pain, I have a lot of abdominal pain. And it floats. It comes and goes. And the doctors did find something in my, when I had the colonoscopy done. And so I don't really want to get into it until I get more answers, but they found something in there. And so I don't know if this has been caused, that what they've talked about is causing all this pain that I'm going through, or do I have kidney stones and having flare-ups, or if I'm passing them, I don't know. But there's, so I save up all my energy that I have, and I come home, I take a nap. When Vivian comes back from her lunch break, I'm coming home, and it's time for me to take a 45-minute nappy with my dogs. And because I'm exhausted by the time I leave school. I am exhausted. I take all my energy and I expel all my energy into my job. And these children, I make them, their plates look like restaurant quality plates that might be sitting on a plastic plate. But you won't see no food slopping off the sides. Everything is put on there perfectly. Even if the volunteer makes a mistake, I've got my cloth right there. I'm ready to clean the plate. I just want them to have the best experience. So when they leave our school and they find out what it's like at another school, or they go to public school and then they get a hamburger that's got some growing weird stuff on it, they're going to say, boy, I miss Miss Laura's food. But I take a lot of pride in what I do. for these kids. So then I get home, I take a nap, and then I'll get up and I'll try to diamond paint or try to do something or do household chores. And I'm so doubled over in pain that I just can't. And then I look like I'm a 90-year-old woman bent over all the way down to my knees. And I look at my husband and I said, I'm sorry. I have to go to bed. It's 7 o'clock at night. He's just getting home. He's maybe been home an hour and a half. I throw him his food and like, all right, I'm sorry. I got to go to bed. And he understands. He understands I'm going through some issues right now. I just need it to go away. I did on Friday, went to the doctor and I had all my lab works done. Everything was okay. The numbers are not, they stayed the same, basically. They stayed the same. I was really worried about my sugar. My sugar stayed the same. Cholesterol did okay. I'm on a medication for cholesterol. I just need to do more lifestyle changes. And yes, I have gained a lot of weight because I haven't moved at all. I haven't really moved a lot except for at work. And then when I get home, I'm like, I'm trash. So again, hopefully I'll find some answers soon. And I want to at least get into some walking. And yeah, it's all going to work out. The Lord's going to see me in the right direction. He really is. And I've been watching the Karen Reed trial. It's been spicy. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me back up. Back it up. Back it up. Crafty chef. Back it up. So I went to the doctor on Friday. And I asked for a Toradol shot. They gave me a Toradol shot. And I said, well, can you just give me a prescription and I can do shots as needed? They're like, no, because it's hard on your kidneys. I'm like, ah. If you need it that bad, come to the hospital, an emergency room, and they'll give you an injection. It's only by injection. And so on Friday, when I got home, I went straight to bed. I said, Joe, I have anywhere between 4 to 6 hours of being without pain. I'm going to bed right now. Sorry, you have to fix your own dinner. And he did. He's like, do it. I says, I need to enjoy the medication. So I did. I went straight to bed. I put a video on or a movie and I fell asleep and the movie was watching me. I wasn't watching it because I have to go to bed with the noise. All right, I'm going to get this started here. We have foundations of food, and I don't want to go word to word, so I'm just going to kind of skip around because some of this you guys have already heard before from the last time. But I thought, you know what? I better do some foundation before I get into the questions. Because if I get in the questions, you're all going to go, I didn't know this. I didn't know this. How am I supposed to answer these questions when I don't know temperatures? And it's true. You wouldn't at all. Okay, we have contamination sources, and there's 3 of them. We have a biological source, a chemical source, and a physical source. The biological source, these include like salmonella, listeria, hepatitis, norovirus, parasites, fungus. These organisms can contaminate food at various stages in the food supply chain. The second one is chemical sources, and chemical sources would be pesticides, food additives, preservatives, cleaning agents, toxins, metals. Any can cause any foodborne illness. Remember, our children and our elderly, and if you've had any transplant, their systems are they have no immune system. Children are building their immune system. Elderly's immune systems are shot, and same with transplant cancer patients. If you go through chemotherapy, they rip out your immune system and you have to rebuild it again if you can. Okay. Then we have a physical source, and that's foreign objects like glass, metal shards, bone fragments, contaminated food, posing physical threats to the consumer. Okay. I'm sure there's been a lot of you have seen in restaurants where you're getting a glass, right? And they take the scoop, a metal scoop, and they don't use the metal scoop. What do? They take the glasses and they right in the ice container. And if it breaks, you can't see a shard of glass in the ice machine. So you have to dump it all out and everything. And then, of course, sometimes if the chef doesn't get all the bones out of the fish, there's a reason why we wear a blue Band-Aid, is if you're prepping something and your Band-Aid falls off, you can identify it, and then you can throw the soup away and start over again. You can start the soup over again. Metal shards would be if you use a can opener and there's little metal flakes that come off from the can, from the opener's blade. I have that happen all the time, and you have to make sure those are completely out. They hang on the rim of your can. And if they're that bad, get a new can opener. All right. Favorable conditions for pathogen growth. The growth and proliferation of foodborne pathogens are significantly influenced by several environmental factors, often summarized by the acronym FATTOM. And we use this all the time. We're asked to memorize this because it's right here. There's FATTOM. It is food, acid, time, temperature, oxygen, and moisture. Those are our key words in food safety. Okay. So the food pathogens require nutrients to grow. Let me start over again. The first one is F for food. Pathogens require nutrients to grow, with proteins, carbohydrates being particularly conducive to their development. Foods that are high in protein, such as meat, poultry, dairy products, and seafood, are especially vulnerable to bacteria growth. 2. Acidity. Most foodborne pathogens thrive in food with a natural or slightly acid pH. Food with a pH between 4.6 and 7.5 offer ideal conditions for bacteria growth. Number 3 is time. Time plays a crucial role in the development of food illness. Pathogens can multiply rapidly, doubling in numbers as quickly as within. Let me say that over again. I'm so sorry. Pathogens can multiply rapidly, doubling in numbers as quickly as every 20 minutes under optimal conditions. Food left out at room temperature for more than 2 hours can enter the danger zone where pathogens flourish. Number 4, which is T for temperature, is the danger zone. The bacteria growth is between 40 and 140. That is your danger zone. Keeping food outside of this temperature range inhibits bacteria growth. So you always have to remember 40 to 140. Your refrigerator should be set below 40 degrees. I keep my refrigerator at home and at work set at 35 degrees. Anything sitting out at room temperature that hits a temperature of 140, you're breeding bacteria. Some people they take the hamburger out, they throw it on the counter, and they leave to go to work. Takes about 2 hours to defrost, maybe 1 pound. 1 pound of hamburger, 2 hours to defrost, but you're not coming home until 4 or 5 o'clock at night. So in the afternoon. So by the time that defrosts, and it's sitting out at room temperature, even though you're going to cook it that night, bacteria is growing inside, and it's just saying, hello, I'm coming to get you. I'm going to get you. Okay. Same with chicken. You're going to get you're wondering why you don't feel good the next day, right? Oh, I don't know what, I got a bug or it's the allergies. No, you poisoned yourself. But thankful you had a good enough immune system that your body made you feel gross, but you fought it off. Okay. All right. Number 5 is oxygen for the O. Some bacteria require oxygen to grow, while others grow in absence. Understanding the oxygen needs of different pathogens can inform proper food storage. I'm sorry, guys. It's late in the afternoon. Can I start that one over again? All right, oxygen. Some bacteria require oxygen to grow, while others grow in its absence. Understanding the oxygen needs of different pathogens can inform proper food storage methods. Okay. Moisture, number 6. Water activity plays a significant role in the proliferation of pathogens. Food with high moisture content, such as meat, fresh produce, and more are susceptible to bacteria growth. All right, so that is your FATTOM, FATTOM, food, acid, time, temperature, oxygen, and moisture. All of those items, you have to be careful because you can really hurt yourself. Cross-contamination. Another critical factor in the spread of foodborne illness is cross-contamination, which occurs when harmful microorganisms are transferred from one food item to another. This can happen through direct contact between raw and cooked foods, or indirectly through contaminated utensils, cutting boards, or even the hands of food handlers. Okay. Preventative measures. Preventing foodborne illness involves controlling the factors that favor pathogen growths, cooking foods at safe temperatures to kill pathogens, storing food at the correct temperatures to inhibit bacteria growth, maintaining proper personal hygiene, including regular hand washing, and avoiding food handling when you're ill. Cleaning and sanitizing all kitchen surfaces and utensils to prevent cross-contamination, and purchasing food from reputable sources, and including inspecting it upon receipt. Inspecting your food when it comes in on receipt, which is your invoice paper. All right. I'm going to stop that here for now. I'm going to make a mark in my book. And then sorry I didn't get much diamond painting done, but I did get some diamond painting done. And I don't want these to be too long. If I talk too much into, where did I leave off at? Oh, there it is. Purchasing food from reputable sources and inspecting it upon receipt. Okay, let me make a mark here. All right. If I go too much into detail, it's just too much. And everything that I said is going to go through one ear and out the other. But then if we come back and we review it a little bit and we build our way up to some of the questions, then you guys will go, hey, I got that answer right away. I got it down. So a lot of you had, in my video, you saw my kitchen, and another person made a comment about, I didn't know you had a hot box, because I was telling you, when I was making the sandwiches, I brought the meat up. I heated the meat up because I didn't want to put anything into my hot box. It's called a Vulcan. So once you heat the food up, I make a sandwich, and then I put it in the Vulcan, which is set at 185 degrees. It doesn't stay at 185 all the time because I'm opening and shutting the door all the time, but it stays at the temperature that I need it for serving, which is 145. But the meat needs to get up to 165 internal temperature, and then I can put a piece of cheese on top of the sandwich and then wrap it and then put it in the Vulcan, and it will naturally melt, but I don't have to worry about any bacteria breeding because I've already made the meat up at the right temperature. And then I can hold the food in the hot box for up to 4 hours. Now that a lot of you watched me make the southern green beans, and the southern green beans, I do use a crock pot, but you have to take your green beans, your base, put all your spices in it that you want in there, and then you have to bring those green beans up. I do, because the health department tells me I have to. And I wouldn't put them in at room temperature in a crock pot anyways, because a crock pot is slowly going to bring the temperature up. I'm using an old school one that I had from back in the day. All right. So you just have this metal unit, and I have a stone pot. Well, that stone pot is cold. So I'm putting green beans in a cold stone pot, and then I'm going to encase it in a metal rectangular unit and hope that it gets up to temperature in 4 hours. And what happens in that time is breeding bacteria. So you take your microwaves and you heat up your green beans until you reach that 165 temperature, and then you let it start to boil. Then you can transfer it into your crock pot, put it on high, but for a serving temperature, it only has to be 145. So the temperature will go down once I put it into the crock pot, and then it will bring it back up because it'll start boiling, and that's when all the juices go in, season the green bean itself. Does that make any sense to you guys? Anyways, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to have this finished, and then the next time you will see me in my kitchen, and we're going to make food. I watched a Julia Child's show yesterday, and it was fun. I was watching her make a sponge cake, but I was thinking, oh, maybe I can do that, right? It was too much work. It took her, I'd rather make some crepes or do the cream puffs or an eclair. I can have that done a lot faster than making her sponge cake the French way, because it was, I'd have to have 3 stoves. I mean, she was going back and forth between mixer and hand whipping and to her stove. I was like, bless you, Julia Childs. Just bless you. Bon appetit, everybody. See you in the next video.